Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sabolo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Snapped? It is going to be my original movie as well, and yeah, I'm not sure how long this movie will be, but I'm expecting it to be from within 40 to 50 minutes long. So yeah, if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin our story. It was a usual day in Konoha, and in training ground 7, Team 7 has just finished their training, and Kakashi was now addressing to his team. Okay, guys, that's it for today. So, I'll see you tomorrow. You are dismissed, Kakashi said, and then vanished in sunshine. Naruto was quiet as he was huffing because he too tried hard in this training session. As we see Sakura and Sasuke conversing in the far. Sasuke-kun, would you like to go on a date with me today? Fuck off, Sakura. You're annoying. For the last time, I'm not going to be bothering myself with you or the likes of you, Sasuke said as he started to walk away. As Sakura got angry and yelled back at Naruto, "This is all your fault, Naruto. It's because of you. You always do this to me," she said as she arched back her punch in order to punch Naruto, but something different happened. Naruto grabbed her punch as his eyes narrowed, which caused Sakura to flinch and Sasuke to pause, as Kakashi was also there, hidden in the bushes. What the hell did I ever do? I was just sitting here quietly. All you did was ask him out and you got rejected. Deal with it, you bitch, Naruto said as he pushed Sakura back as she fell on her butt and was now whimpering. As Kakashi came down, shocked at what Naruto had just did, and Sasuke was frozen in shock. He has never seen Hell, not everyone has seen Naruto angry or this pissed off before. No, Naruto, that wasn't very nice of you. Please apologize to Sakura. Naruto's eyes even more narrowed as he glared up at Kakashi. So you mean to say that if she punches me, then it's okay, and if I try to defend myself by giving her a damn reason that I am innocent, then I'm at fault? Naruto, no, I never said this. Forget it, Hadake. You all are worse than trash, just like you said. You can't even follow your own principles. What kind of a teacher are you? You're just like rest of them, the rest of the villagers. The same goes for you two. I'm done with you. I'll be going for now, Naruto said as he started to leave the training ground 7. As Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke were there, shocked, no words left their mouths, as they were just weirded out what Naruto just said. Naruto snapped back at them, and Kakashi was even in thought that, no, I'm not like that, Naruto. He knew Naruto was his sensei's son, but he knew that Naruto was a troublemaker, so he always knew that it was fine to blame Naruto for everything his other students do. But he never expected Naruto to snap back at him for this. I guess I messed up this time, Kakashi said as his son shined away. And Sasuke was also weirded out as Sakura was now by the time crying. Now we see Naruto walking through Konoha as he entered Ino's shop. As in there he saw Ino. He picked up some flowers and went to the counter. Hey dope, what are you doing with these flowers? Going to ask out a girl on a date or something? Just please tell me how much are these and I'll be leaving on my way. You have to answer me first, Job. I ask you a question. Are you going to tell me the prices of these flowers or not? Why not? I will never tell you the prices unless you tell me what are you going to do with them. Have you forced a poor girl? Like hell, even a ugly girl will date a dope like you. That is enough out of you, said another voice, as both of them turned to see Inoichi Yamanaka standing there, as was having a confused one. But why, father? He's just a dope, a clanless loser. Why are you so concerned about him? I'm just inspecting him. He might be bothering or blackmailing some poor girl. Get out of here, right now. Forget it, Inoichi-san. I guess I'll just leave. Naruto said as he placed the flowers on counter and left. I'm very disappointed in you, Ino. I have never expected this from you. You are a disgrace to the Yamanaka clan. You know that? As Ino's eyes became wide, her father just called her a disgrace or a loser. Naruto! Her eyes narrowed in anger. As Naruto walked past by the other members of Ino's team, as Shikamaru called out to Naruto, but Naruto ignored him. As Asuma then halted in steps and looked back at Naruto's retreating form. What's wrong with him? He's not acting like his usual self. Asuma thought, what a track. What happened to Naruto-sensei? Yeah, it doesn't look like him, Choji said between his munching of chips as Ino came out of the shop. Because of that dope, I got into a fight with my father. He called me even a disgrace. As Asuma narrowed his eyes, alongside Shikamaru and Choji. What did you do, Ino? What? What did I do? You should be with me on this matter because I'm your team member and he's a clanless dope. I asked him why was he buying flowers and he didn't want to tell me. So he asked me the price and I never gave him the price. Then my father came in and became angry at me because of Naruto. I'm very disappointed in you, said Asuma as he started to walk towards Hokage Tower. As Shikamaru Choji were there. As he stopped, you are dismissed for today. No missions, no training. I'll be leaving today early because I have a matter to attend to, Asuma said before he sunshined. As Shikamaru and Choji narrowed their eyes at Ino. You are a very pathetic excuse of Konoichi, you know that? And you really are a troublesome bitch. At some times, I can't even believe how you are related to a Yamanaka clan. Shikamaru, after saying his part, left. Ino's eyes were widened as Choji then said something she didn't expect and we didn't expect Choji to say. Stop. Sometimes you should stop acting like a bitch. And you know what? Today, you just crossed that limit and now you're a whiny bitch. With that said, Choji left with his eyes still narrowed at Ino. Didn't expect that from Choji, did ya? After they all left, we see Naruto grabbing some flowers and leaving at the forest as all of the Jonins and Konoha 9 saw that a mob was following Naruto. As Kakashi then realized, could he know where? Oh no, if he knows then what have I done? Shit. Hey, where's Naruto going? Kiba asked. We don't know what the hell, troublesome blonde. But we should follow him. He was pretty upset early on when we met him. He didn't even respond to us. Yeah, we should follow him. Shikamaru is right, Asuma said as he nodded from his eyes towards Kurenai and Kakashi as the three of the Jonin senses alongside Kai and his team left and followed Naruto and the mob. When they got into the forest, the Jonins knew where Naruto was going by now because they realized, but not his reason for going there. As Naruto got near the graves and he activated a seal. But unknown to them, it was Kurama who activated the seal, not Naruto. As he placed the flowers down. Before he could speak, the villagers yelled, "What is the demon doing in front of the Yondaim's grave? Is he going to defile their graves?" "Yeah, we should stop him. Shut the hell up. What is going on here?" Another voice said. It was Tsunade. And alongside her was Shizune and Jiraiya. "What is going on here?" Jiraiya asked, as he looked towards Kakashi and then towards Naruto. And Tsunade's eyes also widened what they were saying. As Tsunade got near the force field and tried to open it but got zapped. "What the hell is this?" Tsunade said as she hissed when the zap damaged her hand a little bit. "Leave it, Hime. It's a seal." I don't think Naruto was so proficient in seals because I never taught him. Who knows where he learned this from, but I think he reversed the mechanism. "What are you talking about, Jiraiya?" Tsunade said. Now everyone was also interested in this. "Well, you see, the seal usually works as Hokage's privacy seal, meaning no one outside the seal could hurt anything. But in this seal, everything is reversed, meaning Naruto can't hear us, but we can hear him." "Dope," Sasuke said. "So what is he doing here at the Yondaim's grave?" "Well, we're here to find out." But inside Jiraiya's mind and Kakashi's mind and Tsunade's mind, one thing was going on. Oh yeah, and Asuma's mind as well. Oh my god, he knows. But how? It's impossible that the information got leaked out. But how does he knows this? As Naruto then said after putting the flowers on, "Hey Dad, Mom, It's me, Naruto here. Sorry I'd never visited you guys before. It's just that I recently located where your graves were. Until then, I was only able to go near the Okage monuments or at the graveyard where the hero stones were at. Naruto said, holding back his tears, as everyone's eyes outside widened. And Sakura then said, Are, he's joking, right? He can't be the son of fourth Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki. Hey, Naruto's name is Uzumaki, said Kiba, as everyone's eyes widened. The clan heads also had appeared by the time, and they were also shocked that Naruto knew. As Jiraiya then sighed and said, Yup, this is true. Naruto is their son and my godson, Jiraiya said with a tone of guilt in his voice, as everyone's eyes widened, alongside civilians who were starting to protest that the demon was not the fourth son. Well, I'm here to inform you that I will be leaving Konoha. As outside the seal, everyone was in a confused state, then yelled out, What? Why is he leaving Konoha? Tsunade said, Yeah, why is he doing that? You see, Dad, when you sealed the QB in me, you thought that the village might see me as a hero. But, well, I guess you can see from heaven that how did that turn out to be. If I could go back in time and save you, I would tell you and show you my memories. If some way I can show you that you're not saving humans or the villagers you loved, you're only saving demons in human skin. They are worse than demons. They would even hurt one of their own, and they go on preaching about will of fire that they are the kindest of their kind. Yet they are the most BS bitches I have ever seen. Naruto said as everyone was shocked at his words. But what is he talking about? Sakura said, and everyone of the Genins was silent. You see, Dad? For the first 3 years after you sealed the QB in me, I realized their pain because I was tortured. At the age of 3, I was kicked out of orphanage. I had to live out in the streets. Sometimes I remember that I used to pick out from trash to just to survive. I usually go out and have to survive cold weather, rain, and even hot weather. I used to live in alleyways to avoid villagers, or otherwise they would tie me up and beat me. I don't know. I didn't know why. I was just a 3 to 4 years old child. Until it was 8 years old, my birthday, when I got beaten up again. It was one of the Uchiha who sent me into the coma at that night. I was unconscious and brought back to the hospital by none other than Gigi. But during that time I met QB. It was crying. Told me everything, that how it was manipulated by Madara Uchiha. Believe me or not, I was also surprised by this, but he showed me the memories, all of them. Madara Sharingan, and by the looks of it, Madara Sharingan matched, meaning if he's still alive out there, I am going to kill him and finish him once and for all for taking everything away from me, you and everyone else. After everyone heard this, their eyes were widened, and Jiraiya was shaking with anger. Why wasn't I informed of this? Tsunade looked at him with worry. Tsunade, you have access to Hokage's archive, so you should have known. Jiraiya, I'm not going to lie, Jiraiya. I recently found out, and I would have told you because it's been 2 days since I found out about this. I was just going to tell you when we heard this crowd was moving towards Naruto by one of our Anbu. And every one of the Genins were shocked. Then Sakura, being the banshee bitch she was, yelled, He's lying! There's no way he had lived throughout such a terrible life, did he? But she got slapped by none other than Jiraiya. Shut the hell up. You don't know anything about this, do you? Tell him, Tsunade, because you have knew. Tell them. It is true, Sakura. As everyone flinched at this. And then Tenten yelled, "How could you people do this to him? He was just a 4-year-old child. Can you people see a difference between a kunai and a scroll? You really are troublesome people indeed," Shikamaru said, cutting Tenten in. And Neji then was in thought. I always yelled about my life being troublesome and full of failures and my fate sealed by the cage bird seal. But now I see, Naruto, your whole life was living hell, and I can't even bear to put myself in your shoes. You truly are an enigma, Naruto, an example. You see, I told Gigi about how I wanted to leave this village when I was 8 years old when I found out. I even lashed out at Gigi for not telling me who my parents were, but once I told him about everything, he became even more feared, and that's why the training regimen started to increase with me. He trained me in private, so no one knew. He even taught me your jutsus. He even gave me your letters and all of my inheritance. I am going to leave this pathetic hellhole they call Konoha. I'm going outside to hunt down those who are after me and kill Madara Uchiha once and for all. And hopefully I will redeem Itachi as well. At this, Sasuke's ears perked up, and everyone's also, who knew that Itachi was a murderer, except for Tsunade, who had a grim expression on her face, as well as Jiraiya, because both of them have found out and were discussing that how Uchiha massacre were organized by none other than their elders. You see, one time Gigi let me in to his private walls. When I was searching through the Uzumaki and Namikaze scrolls, I found out a scroll in which the Uchiha had planned a coup d'etat. They were going to take over the village, and I was not surprised that there was a masked figure behind it, the same masked figure that attacked our village controlling the Kyuubi, none other than Madara Uchiha, meaning the Uchiha clan was yet again manipulated by none other than Madara. The more reason I have to kill him, and I have then infiltrated the Rutanbu. Heck, I even left a note for Granny to invade it. I figured out and seen what that mummy person have under his bandages. They are all Sharingan implanted with white cells in them. I believe they are from Hashirama Senju. I have clearly studied all of them. I have also found out Orochimaru's abandoned laboratories, and I found out that they were root Anbu that have taken a lot of samples of Hashirama cells from that laboratory. I am disgusted by this village. They go and preach about the Will of Fire, but I think the Will of Fire had died alongside with you, Dad, and Sante. I don't blame Tsunade Bachan because she have also lost her Will of Fire after this village has taken everything away from her. I have found notes about Dan and Nawaki. Apparently it was elders who decided to sacrifice Nawaki in order to save Tsunade and the other two Sanin to make Konoha powerful. It was a small sacrifice in their opinion. I have a lot of evidence that shows that embezzlement of the civilian council, up to 1.8 billion yen from both civilian funds and from ninja funds. They have a lot of nerve going on preaching about how honesty is the best policy and how Will of Fire is all about honesty and generosity. Bunch of arrogant pricks. And I heard that Don was none other than a root Anbu trained by and planted by Danzo to get Tsunade pregnant and have Senju babies under his command. Luckily that bastard died. I have all reports locked up and will be placed under Hokage desk, and no one besides Tsunade can find that drawer and open it and can see that reports. I have made a seal, Dad. I'm telling you this because soon I'm going to find a way, a seal to revive both of you permanently, and when I do, I'm going to need your help to take down Akatsuki. And Mother, believe me when I say this, you were right, and Dad, how wrong you were in believing Konoha. Once I do this, I will revive the Uzushio Kakure. I have already gathered a lot of the Uzumakis with the help of my blood clones in Uzushio. We are starting to rebuild. Once it is finished, we will then start a war against Eva, Kumo, and Kiri and destroy them once and for all because of what they did in the third war. After hearing this, Naruto paused. As outside the seal, everyone was even more shocked. Sasuke, because he heard that Uchiha was rebelling and were about to take over the village, and They were manipulated by none other than Madara Uchiha and masked men who wear orange mask. And Tsunade was beyond pissed. Her brother was sacrificed by the elders, and the villagers were also pissed on the elders. And the rest of the clan heads were also pissed at this. And Sasuke wanted to execute Danzo himself because he had his Gekai on his arms. And so did Tsunade. But they remained quiet and wanted to hear more from Naruto. After Naruto's declaration of Uzushio and declaring war on three nations, they were now even more scared of Naruto because if he could gather these resources to even make a nation in such a short time, he could definitely defeat three nations because with his power and the power of the Uzumakis, he will be able to overpower all of the three nations. And Konoha will be put into the third or second place as the strongest nation. The strongest nation of all elemental nations will be none other than Uzushio. Believe me, mother, when I say this. I have matched both of your chakra implementations in my mindscape, and you somehow managed to see you through my life. Once I revive you, I hope that you have those memories that your chakra once held. The resentment towards this village. Believe me, father, I will keep my promise to not attack this village because I still love Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Tenoichi and Ayame, and Konohamaru, and Asuma. These are the only people that I love and respect. Aside from them, for all I care, they can go to hell and burn themselves. You know, when I became a Genin, I found out that your student was going to train me. I was happy, but he is a BS bitch who was none other than like the villagers. As everyone turned towards Kakashi, as Kakashi flinched and in his thoughts were, "No, Naruto, I never thought of you as a demon, but please, give me another chance, Sensei. Obito, I failed you. You know what, father? I have found out who that masked man was, claiming to be Madara Uchiha. I have just received information from a blood clone that infiltrated and found the Akatsuki base. At this, Jiraiya's eyes widened alongside each and every one of the shinobis. The civilians were also there and listening with interest. They are going to revive the 10 Tails, gathering all the bijus and destroying it to the ghetto statue. But they are foolish. Mother Kurama has already told me what the original plan is going to do. You see, the Zetsu, the Venus trap guy, one side of his is white and other is black. He is the will of Kaguya, the mother of all chakra, the rabbit goddess. She's not a myth. She's the mother of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the sage of the six paths. And the sage of the six paths have sealed the said mother into the moon, where his brother Hamura, the elder and the ancestor of the Yuga clan, lives, and was keeping as a jailer to look out for his mother. But the seal is weakening, and once the 10 tail is revived, so will be the Kaguya. And once she arrives, the world will be destroyed. I have to kill Akatsuki and destroy the ghetto statue once and for all. Kurama said I can do this with the help of his, and that's the first thing I'm gonna do once I get out of this village. Please, until then, wait for me, father, mother. I promise I will revive you. And I have to say this before I leave. I love both of you. Naruto said as he kissed both of these stones and then dropped the seal. Once he sensed a lot of chakra signatures, his sun shined away in a yellow flash. Everyone's eyes widened. And Jiraiya then said, he knows his father's technique. Everyone at the main gate, Tsunade yelled, and everyone ran towards the main gate. Mainly the Konoha 12 and everyone else. Naruto there submitted his badge and showed the papers that he got from Tsunade, signed that he was leaving and off duty from Konoha. And he left without saying goodbye to anyone. As each and every one of them arrived there, they saw Naruto's retreating form. After Naruto turned back to see the village, his eyes widened, but then narrowed, and then he flashed in a yellow flash and vanished without a trace. Tsunade began to cry, and so did Jiraiya, and so did everyone present there. Sasuke after that found out that it was indeed Danzo who was the one alongside Madara who killed off their clans, as elders alongside with Danzo's crimes came known to the public and were executed. And the civilian council was dissolved and their power was taken as they were also executed and their assets were taken. Sakura was disgusted at her mother because what she had done. Naruto's heritage was revealed and everyone was at loss of words because the demon they thought and believed was Naruto in turns out to be that he was the one who saved them from the said demon himself. After a year and a half, news came from Jiraiya that Orochimaru's village was destroyed by a man using Hirishin and Yellow Flash. And the same could be said about half of the Akatsuki except for Kisame and Itachi. You see, Kisame was a woman who was a giant woman and had a huge bust, but she always hinged herself in, you can say, male form. But once the cloak was revealed and her henji was dropped, she was a damn heartbreaker chick with huge bust and tiny waist and bubble butt. And Naruto was the first one to fall in love with her once he saw Kisame's original form, and they hit it off. And after that, once they got into the Uzushio alongside Itachi in tow, they got married, and Itachi was the witness there. And Uzushio started to rebuild itself. After another half a year, Madara declared war on all of the elemental nations. But before he could escape the Kage-sama that was occurring at the time, Naruto appeared in a yellow flash and sliced off his neck. Once his mask was revealed, everyone was staring at shock. From Naruto back to the body, it was an Uchiha, but not any Uchiha, it was Obito Uchiha. Kakashi's eyes was widened. And then he looked at Naruto. Naruto, is that you? Kakashi said. Been a long time, Harake, haven't it? As he turned towards the other three. Now that the Akatsuki has been dealt with, I am Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, the first Uzukage of the new Uzushio Gakure, and I am here to deliver a message to Kiri, Iwa, and Kumo. I am going to declare war on you three nations because you are the reason why my ancestor homeland was destroyed. Because of your own foolishness, and now you made the mistake that is coming back to bite you in the ass. You should be prepared by the end of half an hour because I'm going to attack by that time. Naruto then vanished in another yellow flash as everyone's eyes were widened. As soon as Oniki, A, and Mei started to rush back to their village as fast as they could. By the time they arrived at their village was in nothing but ash and flames. Civilians were screaming. Almost all of their shinobis were dead as their eyes were widened. In a flash, Naruto arrived in front of A first because Oniki and Mei didn't arrive at the time of the village because Kumo was the nearest to the land of iron. It's because of you my village is like this. I'm going to kill you. Know how it feels to have your own homeland destroyed, eh? This is what I felt. This is all of the Uzumakis have felt. Children have felt. Mothers have felt. Old people have felt when you destroyed Uzushio Gakure. Now you will know their pain. I'm going to rip you to shreds, eh? And once I do, I'm going to feed you to the sharks because after that, I don't want your flesh to roam around this world. Don't worry. Mr. 8 is safe because the Octopops has been taken care of already. You don't have to worry about him. What did you do to me? Tell me. Tell me. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. All of the 8-tailed beasts are free, alongside Kurama, the 9-tails. They are safe in Uzushio Gakure. And the seals that you placed on the 8-tails to be friendly with B has been destroyed. You see, he was very thankful to me and took pleasure in killing Killer B alongside Matatabe. But she let Yujito live because her life was hell at Kumo as well. You all people are biased and are afraid of other villages. Instead of strengthening your own forces, you go behind your back and destroy other villages just so that they can't be powerful than you. You are nothing but pathetic excuse of scumbags that don't even should be given an honor to be buried on this earth. You shall never exist. Naruto then made his hands and caught on Go Kyone Kaku, as a far majestic flame destroyer went towards him, and not even his flames, not even his ashes of bones remained there. Ei was no more. As Naruto flashed again and appeared in front of Oneki, as he grabbed Oneki in a neck hold. What it feels like, Oneki? Did you enjoy the feeling? Huh? How do you feel that your village is destroyed? I'm going to kill you, you brat, Oneki said. Like, how? Just like my father, you were able to successfully kill off my father? I don't think so, you old fool. You have the nerve to attack my village. My home village. Uzushio Gakure. Even if they had the treachery with you. You go behind your back and do this. Don't worry about it. Gods Akatsuchi and Kuretsuchi, they have been informed about your embezzlement and betrayment towards Uzumaki's. And they are downright angry with you. Kuretsuchi has been delivered the documents that she was to be married to me. And yep, she is happy because I have gained another wife for none other than Namikaze clan. The clan is so much hate, Oneki. Now, time to die, you old fool. May you rot in hell. Naruto said as he twisted his neck, separating his neck in such force, in brutality, from his body, as he dropped Oneki's face as the Iwagakure burned. The only village left was Mizukage's village, as Mei arrived there. Hey, Mei-chan, how's things looking out? As Mei smirked and killed off Ao and the other guard that she had. Well, looks like your plan went without any hitch. Naruto-kun. Yep. So, what are you going to do now? Mei Terumi? Or should I say Mei Uzumaki? As Mei smirked. Well, they were the ones who betrayed our village. They got what they deserved. Now, all I need is a man in my life. Well, we can take care of that. Mei smirked as well as Naruto smirked. And both of them left in a yellow flash. News of 3 villages being destroyed in just about an hour reached back to Konoha, and the council was in an uproar. We have to call him back. We have to sign a peace treaty. We can't let him attack Konoha. He just destroyed 3 elemental nations. 3 elemental nations. We're not talking about a village or minor or something. Kumo, Iwa, and Kiri just got destroyed in about an hour's time. What will he do? Think about it. If he ever think of trying to attack Konoha. When the civilians heard this news, they were downright terrified because they knew if Naruto wanted to get his revenge, he can pretty much easily destroy Konoha because he was able to achieve what many couldn't. Able to destroy 3 villages in about a half an hour or so. Meanwhile with Sasuke, he has met with Itachi and Itachi reveals everything to him. And after that, Naruto returned to Konoha as an Uzukage, requiring an alliance with Konoha because Tsunade was the Hokage at the time. And once he got there, Tsunade asked, well, inside of the council, Naruto, I'm happy that you're suggesting an alliance with us, but why again? Aren't you angry with us that we didn't help you in the second war? Everyone looked at Tsunade as if she was foolish, but remained quiet. Well, to be honest, Granny, I was quite mad, but then I found out that it was elders who had gone behind Sandem's back to stop any kind of advances or help parties to go to Uzushio. But luckily they are already executed and in hell. I have made sure of that. As Tsunade cocked an eyebrow. How was that? Because I developed the Shinigami seal. That Shinigami will be the only one that takes the soul of this first set person. And these seals were placed on Danzo and Amura and Koharu. Meaning the 3 bitches can go into hell and enjoy themselves there with the Shinigami himself. What do you think? The same could be said about Madara and Obito as well. And as for Orochimaru and Kabuto, they are long gone, dead. They don't remain. Otogakure is also acquired by Uzushio Gakure alongside Iwa, Kiri, and Kumo. They are now cities of Uzushio Gakure, and Uzushio Gakure is the strongest nation in the elemental nations. There are only 3 elemental nations in this world. By the time now, as we speak, Uzushio Gakure, Konoha Gakure and Suna Gakure. Suna and Uzushio already has an alliance because Gaara is the Kazekage and he's my friend. And the only ones that are remained here that we don't have alliance with are you people. So, what do you say, Granny? Well, Naruto, you left me to think about a lot of things actually. So, what do you guys suggest? As Chicago got up, after murmuring amongst the other clan heads, well, Lady Tsunade, as troublesome it might be, we would like to accept this alliance. Well, there you have it, Granny. We have an alliance. Right, Brad. So, um, aren't you going to meet your friends or something? Naruto paused before leaving. Well, I'm going to go to my parents' grave first. You know my last promise about reviving them? I think it's time, as everyone's eyes for it. You're kidding, right, Naruto? Well, no, actually I'm going to revive them. I have created a jutsu to revive them, actually, with the help of a Rinnegan that I got. What do you mean, Rinnegan? Naruto removed his veil from his face, uncovering his face and revealing it to everyone. All of their eyes widened as they gasped. Naruto, your eyes. Yeah, I know. It's the Rinnegan, right? Well, you see, fighting with Nagato, I lost my Rinnegan. Sorry, my eyes, and he was dying at that point. So, with the help of Konan-chan, he gave up his eyes to save my life, and he died during this process. He was an Uzumaki as well, and he's buried in Uzushio Gakure. He was also Danzo's victim, one of him. You see, Danzo and Hanzo, the salamander, joined forces to take out Akatsuki that were spreading peace throughout Amegakure. After their friend Yahiko was killed at the hands of him because he was forced to kill him by none other than Danzo, he lost it and he was affected from his path. I hope he's in heaven, but at his dying breath, he gave me the means to revive my parents, and I will be doing so. And no one is going to stop me, right? It was more of a statement than a question. Yeah, Naruto. It is going to be, as Shikako would say, troublesome. I knew, Granny. I know. As Naruto, alongside with Hokage and clan heads, went towards the grave of the fourth Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki. Unknown to all of them, Konoha, Lemon, as well as their senses, were hiding in the bushes and looking at what was going on. Hey, what do you think, What is going on out there? Asked Sakura. It seems like Naruto is back. But what is he doing in front of his parents? Troublesome. You damn idiot blonde. What do you think he's going to do? He's going to visit his parents' grave after so long. Duh. He has fulfilled his ambition. He created his own village. He became a Kage. Well, even if it's not a Hokage, he still became a Kage and created a new village from scratch. And that village is the strongest in the elemental nations at this time, making him the strongest person. Sasuke said, agreeing to Shikamaru. As Ino looked towards Naruto and was feeling still guilty because what she did to Naruto, and so did Sakura and all of them. As Naruto then made a hand seal, as his eyes changed from blue to purple with ripples in them, as Kakashi and the other Jonin's eyes widened. The Rinnegan, they thought, as Naruto brought out the King of Hell, and 2 souls were freed, which were none other than Minato no Mikaze and Kushina Uzumaki's, as both of their coffins raised from the grave, and once the coffin's gate were torn off, both persons came out, breathing, and in normal human tone. What is going on here? Minato? Is that you? Kushina asked, as both of them rushed towards each other to hug them, but they fell. But before they could hit the ground, they were caught by one person in their arms. Well, you gotta take it easy, you two. After all, you just got revived. As both of the figures looked towards a person standing in front of them with blonde hair, 3 whisker marks, and blue eyes, as Kushina and Minato gasped. Na- Na- Naruto? Is that you? In the hidden bushes, everyone was shocked, especially Kakashi. Did he revive them? Yes, he did. Oh my god, who knew Naruto was this powerful? Yeah, I don't wanna even know, as all of them felt a shiver ran down their spine. As every one of the clan heads back in the ground was also wide eyed. Do you remember everything that your chakra imprint felt? Yes, Naruto, you don't have to worry about that. As he looked towards his friends, or could he still call them that? As he said, I am truly disappointed in each and every one of you. So, son, tell me, did you really achieve your ambition? Yeah, Tatebane, did you become the Uzukage and revive the Uzumaki clan? Well, Uzushio Gakure is the first and strongest elemental nation. It has spread throughout all of the, you can say, elemental world. It has three big cities in place where before they stood Iwa Gakure, Kumo Gakure, and Kiri. Now they are the City 1, City 2, and City 3 of Uzushio Gakure, and the main land of Uzushio being the capital of all of them. I myself, as the Uzukage and daimyo of that land, is their leader. Maid Terumi and my wife is a leader of the City 1, which is Kiri, or was known as Kiri, and Kuretsuchi of City 2, my other wife, from Namikaze clan. I married Mei because she was an Uzumaki, so yeah, she's the head of the Uzumaki clan. And third city which we acquired was Kumo, and the fourth city was Oto. Oto is ruled by my wife, which is Kisame Hoshigaki, and Kumo is ruled by Yujitoni, my other wife. As Kushina got a tick mark and bonked Naruto's head hard. You married 4 wives, Tatebane. You are a bigger pervert than your father. As Naruto had anime tears in his eyes. Kakaka-chan, is this how you greet your son after being revived from dead after so many years? Like what, 15 to 16 years later? You're 16 and you married 4 different women? As Kushina was now even more angry as her hair started to flew and her face darkened as her eyes were now golden circles. The red, hot-blooded habanero in its true form. Run for your lives! Said Hiyashi as he ran. So fast that nobody could see him. As each and every clan had also rushed and vanished from the side. What is going on? Tojan? Tojan, where are you? As where Minato stood was a dummy in his clothes, and there was a note there. Every man for his son. His own life, son. It's the hot-blooded habanero. So yeah, don't mess with her and don't anger her. Kakachan, please, calm down. You have a lot of grandson and grandchildren. Please. As Kushina calmed down. You better introduce me to them, ne? Yep, believe it. As Kushina calmed down and hugged their son. As everyone sighed in relief as each and every one of them appeared. Ne, Naruto, can you show me a picture of my daughter-in-laws and my grandchildren? As Naruto showed them that he had 11 children from his 4 wives, and all of the 4 wives were happy with him. Remember, if you ever betray each or every one of them, I will kill you. Ne? Even if you are my son. Hi, Mom. As Minato just chuckled and ruffled his son's head. I believe our son won't do such stupid thing. Right, Naruto? Yes, Dad. I would never. Well, Mom didn't have to threaten me because I was already threatened when I married 4 women by Kisame and Mei and Kuretsuchi and Yujito. Ah, man. Why am I involved with such troublesome women? What did you say? Nothing. Nothing at all. So, I guess you guys will be leaving with me. Naruto said, getting off his stupider and getting a serious form, as both of them also got serious. Yup, we're leaving with you, son. But Minato, aren't you going to... No, Hisashi. I'm not going to retake my position as the Hokage. Tsunade has already covered that for me, right? Oh, and Tsunade, If you think that the paperwork is pain and how I was able to finish it, Minato got forward and whispered something in her ear as her eyes became wide and as she got near a tree and bonked her head near it. Stupid, 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 stupid! It was right in front of me. Why couldn't I use it? Even the Gaki used it so much. Damn it! As she looked back towards Naruto with a tick mark on her head. Gaki. Honestly, did you knew about shadow clones being the technique to solve the paper? Yeah, I figured it out myself, Granny. It was actually Naruto couldn't finish his word because he was punched in the face by none other than Tsunade as he was sent flying. As Tsunade huffed, Tsunade-sama, don't you think you punched him too hard? Shizune asked, as Minato and Kushina had sweat dropped. No, that Gaki made fun of me for almost goddamn 6 years, and he knew the damn technique. He could have already told me about it. Damn it, I hate him sometimes. As Minato and Kushina both chuckled nervously at this. After Naruto was recovered, an alliance was announced to the village, and the return of the Yondam Hokage with his wife, and a surprise that they will be leaving this village and they are disappointed in them. After a lot of apologies and making up, Naruto left alongside his parents. Once they returned, the city heads that he used to call his wives returned to meet their parents-in-law. Once arriving, Kushina met each and every one of her daughter-in-law. She was surprised that Mei was 1 year older than her, and this got her ticked off, but oh well, she gave birth to nice children, so yeah, she was happy with her. Alongside Yujito and Kuretsuchi as well as Kisame Hoshigaki, but she asked Kisame wasn't he a man, and Kisame answered that it was a Hanji to save herself in the seventh swordsman of the Bloody Mist, and she agreed with that. And the life went on peacefully, but after 10 to 13 years of peace, Otsutsuki clan made a revolt and started heading towards the earth. But once they arrived near the earth, they were stopped by an unknown force field as they started to burn, as a huge kanji for protection seal appeared, as all of their eyes went, damn it! He knew already. Who knew? Kaguya? Yes, Kaguya was free by them by the time now, before they rushed Earth. The damn resurrection of the next Sage of Sixth Path, successor of my son, Naruto Uzumaki. He knows that we were out there and we would try to strike. He has put up protection seal with our blood, meaning Otsutsuki clan cannot step inside this world. If they do, they will be integrated into ashes. Damn it, Ishiki said. What shall we do now, Lady Kaguya? Momoshiki said. We can't do anything. We have to leave this planet alone as long as the seal remains. But unknown to them, the seal was powered by none other than the 9 Bijus, who every once in 100 years will power up this seal, because they were going to protect this planet and their father's new successor, Naruto Uzumaki. And people came to know that the beasts, or the demons that they like to call, were intelligent beings, and usually these beings took apprentice every 100 years and trained them in their ways and gave them some of their yokai powers as a Kekkei Genkai. And each of the holders of these and apprentices of these beasts would start off their own clan in the name of the said beast, and each 100 years from the said clan, a person would be chosen as the new successor of the clan. And the human world was finally at peace, and Otsutsuki can go and fuck themselves because Naruto had already made a seal, and QB made sure that it was powered each and every day. And each and every day after hundreds of years, they all gathered and powered the seal from the future. And Naruto's children grew and started to grow on their own branches of the villages, and Uzushio Shiogakure grew even further and developed even further. Heck, they even developed cars and other things like planes and so on and so on. They were now modernized, and shinobis were less, but they were used as police forces only, and army forces, and nothing more. Children who didn't want to study shinobi classes were praised to study the civilian classes and became engineers and other scientists and helped their nation in some other way instead of fighting. They developed a lot of technology and weaponry that they shared with Sunagakure and Konoha alongside developing them as well. And Naruto was the man, the legend who did this all by himself, the betrayed son of the fourth Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. That's who. As this is where I'm going to be leaving off the story, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.